Hey, we are the boys, I'm Mihalo and I'm a certified level 1 judge in BSS. In this video we're going to talk about keywords.
But before we do that, remember to like this video, subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss the next video.
Keywords are a replacement for certain effects in order to use less space in card text. Keywords are followed by explanatory text inside parentheses. But as we move on and cards have more effects, the explanation of the keyword is ignored. Let's see what are the keywords that we have until now. So let's start with Awaken. Awaken is an effect that lets you get cores from other spirits on your field. So by getting, I mean absorbing, right? So we have two spirits here. This one has Awaken. So in flash timing, we can actually get from the Pentan, let's say it has 2 cores available on him. We can take 1 core using the El Diablo Awaken effect and get that nice core underneath him, making him level 2. So you can do many stuff with Awaken. We can actually get all the cores from our Pentan and put them in flash timing under El Diablo. Maybe you have some strategies, some tactics you want to follow, and Pentan, since it has no cores anymore, it will get destroyed. But because it was destroyed by the effect of the Awakened, the Pentan will, if the Pentan had any when destroyed effects, or if you have any when destroyed effect on the field, it will not be activated. So this is the Awaken keyword. Let's move on to the next one. Next, we move on to Armor keyword. Armor keyword has, I'm not playing the cards, this is why I'm not paying cost. If you have watched the other videos or if you are familiar with the game, we're just explaining now how keywords are working. So here we have Armor. If there is a spirit that selects, its effect selects one of our spirits, if my spirit has Armor of the specific color that is trying to select my spirit, it will not be able to do so. Meaning, so our tank mobile has Armor red and white. My opponent cannot select this spirit which has Armor red and white with cards that are of color red or white. This is a very strong effect, as we can see on level 1, and if we put 1 more core, it goes to level 2. It needs 3 cores to get to level 2, and at level 2 again it has Armor, but now it has Armor red, purple and white. So this effect protects us from our opponent's cards that actually select spirits, and we can get around like let's say purple has a lot of selection regarding to core removal, so the purple player will not be able to remove our cores from the spirits. Or red spirits actually select, many cards select spirits, so tank mobile will not be an available target for them. So you have a body on board that can actually put pressure or be used to block, and of course you gain a persistent, let's say, white symbol on board for your reductions. So this is the Armor keyword. Moving on, we have Confront. Confront is a very nice keyword to put pressure on our opponent to help us clear their board. This spirit, Horn Grizzly, needs 3 cores to be level 2 or 5 cores to be level 3 in order to have Confront. So what does Confront do while our spirit attacks? It forces our opponent to block if they have a refreshed spirit or if they have a spirit that actually can block while exhausted. It's like Pegasion that actually can block while exhausted with his effect. So this is a very nice way to clear our opponent's board, and there are many effects and many cards that actually support this type style of keyword. So up next we have Curse. Curse is a very interesting keyword. For many players that have played other games, it's like Poisonous from Hearthstone. I cannot remember what it's called in Magic, but anyway. So again, while the spirit attacks, if our opponent blocks this attack at the end of the battle, their spirit will get destroyed by Chaos. So it puts like a mark at the time of the block step. When the block is declared, it puts a mark on that spirit, the blocking spirit, and at the end of the battle, it gets destroyed. A very powerful keyword to remove certain big threats. So, up next we have the Immortal keyword, and that spirit does not have Immortal, but Immortal is used from the Truss. So, how does Immortal work? When this spirit gets destroyed, alright, Immortal will trigger, letting us to play the Immortal spirit. So Immortal, and we do pay for this, 3 cores. So Immortal has a condition, as you can see. Inside the Immortal there is the cost condition of the spirit that it needs to get destroyed in order for Immortal to be triggered. So Beldegor, for example, needs cost 4 or 5 spirits to get destroyed in order for him to be activated in the graveyard and be played like so. Immortal is a very nice way to actually reuse your stuff, and is a very strong strategy seen among the purple decks. So as you have, let's say, picked up so far, every keyword is mostly based on color. So let's say Mortal and Curse is more, you can see them in purple, it's purple keywords. Let's say Confront and Awaken is red oriented, and then we have Armor, which is white oriented. So after that, now we have Luster. Luster is a very powerful effect, but it's the keyword that actually we say high risk, high reward, right? So why do I say this? We attack with our Luster Spirit. So Luster, I threw down all my cards. So Luster is a very strong effect, very strong keyword, and that's why it has a drawback. So what is the drawback? Let's start by seeing what the Luster does. So while we attack with this spirit that has Luster, it has Luster while it attacks, we can actually in flash timing use a flash, let's say Lightning Arrow, pay 3 cores, use Lightning Arrow, and here comes Luster. At the end of the battle, we can take this Lightning Arrow that we played in our flash timing and add it back to our hand. This is a very strong effect, as you can see, to be able to reuse our magic cards for further battles, and giving us an edge over our opponent's resources. So what's the drawback? The drawback is that the Luster Spirit, in order to add back the Lightning Arrow from our trash, needs to be to survive until the end of battle, because there is where our Luster kicks in. So if by any means it dies by battle or by a flash effect in the flash timing, we will not be able to regain that lightning arrow back to our hand. So a very strong, very high risky effect, but it does pay off well, and that's why we want a bit of protection to our Luster Spirits. Another keyword for our yellow friends is blessed. Blessed is a nice keyword in order for us to heal. So how blessed works? We do the attacking again, and if we manage to get a hit, to connect the attack into our opponent's life, we get one core from our void and put it to our life. So let's say I have 5 life, and Hippocampo will attack, connect the attack. We will reduce our opponent's life by 1, and we will gain 1 life from the void, and now we do have 6 life. Very strong keyword, and one of my favorite ones in order to keep the game going. So, next up is a blue keyword. Let me set up our states. Our field now has a spirit, which is aberration. So how Ascend works? We have an Ascend spirit, Hydra, in our hand. Ascend is a keyword that says it's in order to summon our big boss monster, we need to play an added cost, which is included inside the red box. Hydra, for example, needs an aberration to get needs an aberration in field to be able to ascend on top of it. So how do we ascend? In order to ascend, we take the core from the Manticore, we kill it basically, we put it in our trash, and then we summon our Hydra, right? But, as we said, aberration is an added cost, so we need the cores to pay for it as well. So here we need 6 cores, let's say 4 and 2 more, for us to be able to properly summon our Hydra. So very strong effect. We use actually a body in order to make a bigger body, and as you can see, most of the I'm not sure if all of them, but most of the Ascent spirits have two symbols as a reduction, as you can see. So our Hydra will attack. If it connects, it does 2 damage. And for this part 1 of our video, lastly, we have our green keyword, Swift. Swift is a very nice keyword. It gets our opponent off guard because it is used in flash timing, but from our hand. So we have flash priority. We want to use our Rookie Ninja Sparrow, and we are going to flash, summon him. We pay 1 in order to summon him, 1 core, and we put a core underneath him. It has a when summoned effect, and it does some other things. So that's a very nice way to get our opponent off guard. But I remind you, you have to, in order to summon our Sparrow, in order to summon our Swift Spirit, you need to pay the cores from your reserve only and maintain him, put the maintenance and every other core you want underneath him from the reserve the moment he is summoned. So you cannot use cores from your field, only from the reserve in order to use the Swift keyword. Very nice, very small drawback, but very nice effect. So this is it from me today. Those are the 9 keywords for our part 1 video. Part 2 will be posted up soon as well with the other 9 keywords that we have so far. So if you liked this video, make sure to press like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps us a lot and keeps us motivated for doing more stuff for you guys. And of course, let me know down in the comment section what's your favorite keywords. It could be from this, or it could be a spoiler from the next video, from the part 2. That's all, guys. Bye bye.